Good afternoon. It's Tuesday night, 7 o'clock at night, Channel 95. We're back for one more show of the neighborhood news. If you're watching this show and it's not a Tuesday night, it's because you're watching a repeat show. So please come back next Tuesday and we will have a brand new show for you. I want to remind you that tomorrow, Wednesday, we have two shows on the air for you. We have one hosted by me in Portuguese called Amigos at 7 o'clock, and then at 7:30 we have a Portuguese news, ARCN. That's Portuguese news here on Channel 95. So let's start one more show tonight. And with me, I have Dave and Linda Meade, two faces that are familiar, not just in here on campus, but on the community. They've been around for as long as I remember. I'm on the Flint for 30 years now.
Well, actually, Carlos, I was actually brought up in the Flint for many years before you started the Neighborhood Association. Yeah. And I used to live on up on Eastern Avenue. When I was a kid, I went to the one of the schools up there. The one that burnt down there, the one that got on fire.
Coughlin School.
Coughlin School. I went to that Coughlin School, and you know, and then I got out of Coughlin School. Then I went someplace else. I was like all over the place.
Yeah.
And I could remember back in the back in them days that the Flint wasn't that bad. Mm-hmm. You know, the Flint was good. You know, we had our problems, but not as bad as today.
Yeah.
So I could walk down the street and walk down the neighborhood and say, "Hey, look," and shake hands with people. And you don't have these guns, knives, and people, fighting back and forth. Mm-hmm. Now today, I was going to say is since the 9/11 that happened, now everything got out of hand with that. Mm-hmm. Now people threatening people, and now people getting in trouble now for it and everything else. Before it was like, okay, someone would have an argument with mm-hmm. someone, and next thing you know, they're in a coffee shop or they're eating breakfast. Mm-hmm. So I mean, but now today you can't.
Now it was different days. Back then it was different days. I remember the doors. We were to lock the doors. The doors were open, and we have neighbors walking in all the time and all of that. So it was different, definitely different. Well, Linda, I know you guys have a radio show here on campus. How's the radio show going?
We broadcast from 1:30 to 3 o'clock in the radio studio over here. Mm-hmm. It's internet radios, and the internet address is bccradio.org. Mm-hmm.
Which days you guys do that?
Mondays, except for legal holidays.
Okay, Mondays, and what time people can?
1:30 to 3 p.m.
Okay, very good. And you guys have that for a while now, no?
Yes.
Yeah, we did.
We had it originally between 4 and 6, and we went on to between 4 and 5. Mm-hmm. But since the fellow helping us with the technical part took another job, there's another fellow to help out, but that time it didn't work for him. So he said, "Look, are you okay with the 1:30 3 o'clock?" I said, "Yeah, sure, we'll take it."
Yeah.
Well, that's because Ben Benavides, he got a job.
Farabini got a job with the post office.
Got a job with the post office. So, mm-hmm. So he was always, helping us out with the controls and everything else, because I haven't got it yet. So,
one thing that I want to ask you, and we hear back and forth sometimes, and now it's a little quiet again.
Yeah.
Was your involvement with the market basket?
Yes.
Can you tell us, because people say that you didn't have nothing to do, some people say that you had something to do. So from your mouth to the world, so really what happened?
Okay, this is what happened, okay. My wife and I went down to Market Basket one time, and I spoke to the manager down there. I said to my wife, I said, look, I says, you know, we have a market basket here in New Bedford. What about a market basket in Fall River? So I talked to the owner, and I said, do you have, you know, the corporate number? So I called up. It took a few years, you know, but I finally got through with them. And he turned around. He said, well, here, call. So I called. Took a couple of years, about 2 or 3 years, and then things started developing. So I said, okay. So then the guy called me back, and he says, well, I know you've been calling. And he says, you're Dave Meade, right? He says, you're the one that's running for city council here in the city of Fall River. I said, yeah. He says, well, you know, he says, I thank you for, you know, welcoming us here in Fall River. And he said that, you know, he told me to meet him down to the store. So we met him down at the store, and he talked to me for a little while, and there it is, you know, market basket.
I remember seeing on Facebook and media, you actually had some signs made, and then you were standing outside the store, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was part of the.
That was part of part of it. Yes, that was
Linda,
part of it. Go ahead,
I think
Linda.
she wants to say something.
Go ahead, Linda. Say something.
2 years ago, Market Basket went through a dark time in which CEO Arthur Tiamos and his cousin Arthur S. were co-owners, but there's a battle for control of the company. Arthur T. was more in favor of the rights and benefits for his employees. Arthur S. has more about the benefits, about the interests of his shareholders. This company, I was very impressed with because they have no union whatsoever. Yet these workers decided to take a gamble, stop working in the distribution factories, shut everything down, put the signs out. You know, we stepped in one day and held signs with them because we believe the cause was just. It seems at the very last hour, the corporation allowed RDT to buy his cousin Arthur Estimos out.
Okay.
The business was saved. The employees' rights protected. That was a little bump in the road there, but the corporation, everybody got through it.
Do you know at any point that the city actually got involved with the negotiations there, and between your talk, the talks you were having with the company and everything?
Well, the city did get involved. I'm believing that Ken Fiola got involved with it, and Ken Fiola got involved with it. Then former candidate, city councilor Ronnie Cabral, he got involved with it. Then it was like really going back and forth, and it's like you know, I go out there, I get this business to come to Fall River because I love Market Basket, and so did everybody else. Everybody else likes Market Basket, so. And you know, and that's what the idea came from too. So I mean,
well,
yeah.
I have to say this, that you're lucky. You're luckier than me because, and it's not many people know this, but when the announcement came for the Harbor Mall to shut down, I sent a text. I sent an email into the waterways.
Okay.
Looking for an investor to take a look at the location to see if was something, and if Waterways had any investor that would be interesting. I sit down with the city council, and we went nowhere. And I sit down with somebody from Frowet, and we went nowhere because, according to them, they already had any ideas for the site. So, with that being said, I sent an email to former Mayor Flanagan.
Yeah.
And I told him, I would like if you could follow up my email just to tell them that the city knows about my interest in looking for an investor, and nothing happened. I did explain to them a couple of things. One was that site was so big, was big enough to do an inside-outside park, water park.
Yeah.
That water parks usually works 6-7 months a year. But my idea for there was a park to work all year round, because we will have the inside and we will have the outside for the winter. But even the outside we could use for ice light shows, for entertainment like Christmas shows, stuff like that, that we still could utilize the outside. And it's perfect because it was an in and off highway, which a water park, they don't like to get the customers going through downtowns and stuff like that. They always look for an easy way to get out of the highway into the park and an easy way back to the highway. Was perfect for that. Was perfect because now we were gonna have one person paying tax on that whole property. And at the time, I was told by Frowet that the owner was planning to subdivide the land. So I had my questions about that because some parcels were going to be sold, some parcels were not going to be sold. And most important than everything, our teenagers will have summer jobs, because they come out of school and they don't have a job to go to, a summer job. So again, that's why I'm bringing this up, because it was a perfect location for a perfect idea, and I went nowhere. At least with your basket market, you got it done.
I went somewhere with Market Basket, okay, and that's how Market Basket got here. And during the AHA night, my wife and I were walking down by Dunkin' Donuts, and I met up with Mayor Jazel Correa, and he said to me, he goes, "Dave, congratulations." I just looked at him and went, he says, "Well, Market Basket." I said, "Yeah." I said, "Thank you." You know what I'm saying? But I also told him, I said, "Then, I said, I did all the footwork. I said, now you can finish the rest of it." As you being the mayor of the city of Fall River.
Yeah.
So
no, I understand that sometimes we have the idea. That's why I'm glad you brought it up. That's why I asked back then. I asked Flanagan. I said, the only thing I want is you to email them a backup email, just to say, Carlos is looking into that. It's something that it's visible. It's something that we can have a talk about. Because if they have to say no, that's it. I was fine with. I'm fine with. But sometimes is we have the ideas, but those ideas get shut down without an explanation. Without without it's like you stepping into my territory.
Well, you gotta, Carlos. You gotta actually keep on them. If you don't keep on them, then if you don't keep on them and you stop, then they're gonna say, all right, well, maybe they don't want us here.
Yeah.
But you gotta keep rolling on them. You gotta keep on them all the time.
Another thing
really
that I want to ask you, Dave, is
ask me anything you want. Don't ask me for $1,000. I ain't got it. Go ahead.
No, I don't know. I won't ask your wife. I think you have it.
You think I have the money?
Dave, you've been running for different seats.
I ran.
This time you're not running. So
no,
what's going on?
I'm not right now. I'm not running right now because, for one, I don't have a plan right now, and I just don't want to make a fool of myself. So I don't have a plan right now. Plus, I have my wife and and my autistic kid to
your life changed.
My life changed around very much. Since I married my beautiful bride over here. If it wasn't for her, I'd be in trouble all the time. So
You're probably in politics,
Political,
I
that
probably be in politics and everything else too. So yeah.
which is bad, right?
So I don't, but
Which
you
is-
know,
which
I
is
don't,
bad.
I don't have a plan right now. I want to express this to the viewers out there. I don't have a plan
But
right now.
but is still on the back of your mind?
But it's still on the back of my mind because you know, it's still there. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm actually trying to think of a plan, but I
Yeah.
can't. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Because of I'm at BCC at you know the Commonwealth Landing. Matter of fact, I have I'm going to be a guest speaker over there June 12th because we're doing a project on I'm doing a project on the coffee pot. You know,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
coffee pot, the coffee that you drink. You know, so I'm doing a project on that, and my wife could elaborate a little bit more on the coffee
So it's a
pot.
project you guys are working now?
Yeah, I'm working on that.
The students of my husband's ABA class were each told to write about a common high school item. Who invented it? What problems they've been trying to solve? What are the advantages and disadvantages of the invention in modern life?
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Linda, you never thought about running
No.
for office?
Believe me, Matt suggested to me.
You know something? We're going to need 6 people on the school committee this year.
Really?
Yes.
I realized Dr. Ed
I know
Costa,
you're very involved in the school, and you're.
Dr.
You know,
Edward Costa, who was actually my professor in counseling and introduction to counseling at UMass Dartmouth, he is not seeking re-election.
Except
He was
each one of them.
he was a great asset to the school council, a great asset to the community. You know, I give Dr. Costa a great deal of respect.
Because I know you're involved in school, and you still in school.
Not at the moment, no.
No, not now.
No.
Okay, because you graduate.
I'm pursuing my. I need to get Dr. Stone for a graduate degree in internship. I have a bachelor in psychology from UMass.
Yeah, so that's why good candidate for a school committee. You know.
Except I hate public speaking.
That's why.
But I
That's
bet
why
you
you have Toastmasters now.
I try to get it. I try to get it.
But
to
here I
run.
am. I can take a Microsoft Excel program and create it for my boy and create a medication sheet for him. Okay, check this, check that.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
The Flint.
Okay, well,
Are you still living on the
I
Flint?
still live in the Flint. And I still live in the Flint, and you know, I still live in the Flint area. But you know, every time we go to the laundromat, you know, we've been actually hearing, you know, my wife and I has been hearing a lot of not good stories over there. You know, about the store being robbed over there, over to Tedeschi's. Now it's
And this is armed robbery, not
armed robbery and everything else over there. You know, people walking there with knives, people walking there with guns and everything else and stuff. I mean, look at the size of me. I'm a big guy, you know. If I wanted something from the store, I would have to go and get it early, you know, and because I don't even want to go outside anymore, outside of going to the store, because you know, I mean, I'm afraid myself.
But everybody pretty much knows you.
Yeah,
over there in
everybody.
that neighborhood. So
yeah,
it's-
everybody knows who I am.
you're there for so long that you have a lot of familiar faces
Yeah.
that you know they always around. So it's not that you'll be alone.
Well, you know, I want to elaborate on something. You know, when I was, I think it was last year, I worked for the Salvation Army, and I was doing the kettles. I don't know if you. I think
I
you saw
remember
me
I saw
that
you.
one time.
Yeah.
And you know, I did pretty good on it. You know, matter of fact, this past Wednesday, we had. What was it? Wednesday we had? We had like a dinner or something.
That was actually a month ago or so.
A month ago, yeah, we had like a dinner and
It's appreciation
the
dinner.
appreciation
For the bell ringers, they
for the
each
bell
bring one-
ringers
a single
at
one
the
guest.
Salvation Army.
I don't know why they
And,
wait this long.
Well, actually, I got the
I like
highest
to do it
I
in the
got,
warmer weather.
I got the highest amount. I brought in
Donations.
the highest donations
In a single day.
In a single day,
Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, and I got 3 awards for that.
So you start at the Walmart?
They floated him around,
They
actually.
floated me around. I
okay.
went Stop
Swansea
and
Mall.
Shop, Swansea Mall. Then it was trying to think now.
You went to Stop and Shop in Somerset.
Stop and Shop in Somerset. I've been getting
Seaver's.
been getting free coffees, free
How
sandwiches.
many bell ringers they usually? Do you know how many
No.
they have?
Let me see. Usually, if the major, I'm trying to think of his name now. Major, you know his name?
No.
Well, the major.
I was just curious
No,
to know how many
major,
people out there.
the major
just with
sometimes,
the,
the major sometimes grabs
Say a dozen or more.
say a dozen or more, over there. So actually, ringing the bell for me, it was good because I was working from 4 to 8. I worked from 4 to 8. In the evenings because
Some days are cold.
some days are cold. Hey, a lot of times I took the bell. I took the whole thing. The cannon just went inside. I was like, I'm going inside. That's it. I'm cold out here.
Yeah.
But but we can't. We have to get permission from the. They have to tell us. They have to say, are you guys cold? And if we say yeah, then if they ask us to come in, then we'll come in. But the other issue that I have here for the city of Fall River. Now we got so many people running for mayor, and for mayor we got Ronnie Cabral running for mayor, Russell Desbians, he's running for
Linda
mayor.
Pereira.
Linda Pereira is running for mayor.
Jazel's going for re-election.
And Jazel's running for re-election. So
And so Renzi is not good. Sorry, not
Richard
run.
Ramsey backed out.
Yeah, I don't think he's running.
And I think Russell Desbians backed out too out of
He did.
Out of the city
Got it from the
council.
horse's mouth.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, for me, I don't even know who to vote for. Okay, because now you have the investigation going on with Jazel, with Jazel Correa,
I just let that play out, be whatever it is.
with the Snow Owl app. Then you got Richie Capaceres run for mayor. I mean, these people that are in a city council, like Capaceres, Stephen Long, and and Mitchell, and then you got Joe, the one with the beard there, the long hair. Stephen Camara, yeah.
Got Sean Kadim.
And then you got Sean Kadim with the window situation. And then you have these people here that been in the city council for so long? What did they do for us? I mean, what did they do for us? What did they do as a city councilor out there?
Well, they must be doing something for people to keep re-electing them, right?
Well, I know Linda Pereira's been getting elected a lot because I saw Linda Pereira and I talked to Linda, and because she just got done retiring from the district attorney's office because of all the stuff that she's had seen and everything else and stuff, and I don't blame her because if I was working for the DA, I'd retire too.
My idea, my thinking is that they are being there for this long because I think they respect the people that don't agree with them.
Yeah.
That's why they keep being reelected because the new city councils are getting too personal. Just if we don't agree with you, if we don't agree with you with this, we may agree tomorrow with something else. But when they take it personal, then they break that glass. And when you break
the barrel.
when you break that, you can glue it, but never it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Never it's gonna work. So I think people now complaining about the people that's sitting in there for too long, but it has to be a reason for them to be keep re-electing, because guess what? We have histories of mayors being sitting for 9 months and got kicked off. We have histories of city councils that say now it's the time they're going to go, and they go, like Pat Casey. They said no, this time she's going to go, and she went. So I think has to be something in there that keep them getting reelected every year. And I think one of the things are probably they don't get things personal.
Well, you know, I want to say that, you know, the reason why Linda Pereira keeps getting elected all the time, because actually she's doing something right. You know, she is doing something right. And every time she wants to pass things, I mean, they always they always shot it down all the time. And why? You know, just pass it and get it over with. You know, I mean.
But this is campaign, so this campaign season, and you know what happens with campaign season.
I do know what happens.
A lot of lies
it's a
come,
disaster.
like today. I mean, and I'm not here endorsing any city council or anybody, but guess what? This morning was all over the radio that Richard Cabeceras was passing on things on yesterday's parade. And I'm telling you, I was there for half an hour and I watched the parades. I didn't saw him with anything on his hands.
I didn't see anything. I didn't see anything either.
I didn't see anything
I
either.
didn't see anything.
So I don't know
So
what
somebody creates.
And he marched right by our house.
Exactly. So somebody creates a lie, and now everybody's blaming the guy. You know that he did something that personally, I didn't see him, and I was there for half an hour back and forth, and he was with his umbrella back and forth. I didn't see the guy pass on, no flyers, nothing. But again, it's election year. So Michelle on the control room is giving me, you see the victory number.
Victory.
The victory number means that we made it into the last 2 minutes.
And we made it until the last 2 minutes. But I,
Dave,
you know,
I want to give you the 2 minutes just to
okay.
talk
You know,
to our listeners.
I want to, talk to the viewers out there, and but again, I have a show here. It's called the Linda and David Meade Show, as my wife was saying. You can go to bccradio.org and you can listen. I just don't know the phone number here, so I mean, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, they can look there online.
Yeah, they can look on. You guys can look online like that. Usually my shows are taped. 95 on channel 95 to listen to. But I just wanted to say that I just don't know who to vote for, Carlos, and I don't want to vote for somebody. I don't want to vote for anybody and then put people in there, and all of a sudden they're going to start lining up.
That's a lot of people undecided.
Then they're gonna start lining up their pockets. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want people to be lining up their pockets. You know something? Do something for the city over here. Do something for the kids over here. The kids deserve it. This is what we fight for. This is America.
Linda.
I am no way ready to declare which candidate I'm voting for.
Yeah.
It's way too early in the game. I don't have enough information. I don't want to make the mistake of going television on a single issue and not paying attention, not look at the whole picture.
And this year, it's a lot of information out there that we need to filter and to find out which really it's the truth and what it's truth and what it's lie. And that's election.
But I want to say one thing to the viewers out there, please. Before you vote for anybody, whether if it's Ronnie Cabral, Russell Desbian, Richard Cabeceras, please do your research first, because you don't want to be putting people on there to be lining up their pockets and everything else. You want people to be in there to actually do the job.
Remember, they're civil servants. They work for you.
Yeah, very good. Thank you, and I'll be back next week for one more show of the Neighborhood News.
And thank you, Carlos, for playing.